Hello. It is Friday, I think July 24th. And I want to record this for myself, but I'm in the middle of my tarot reading because it's a new moon and I do this every month for my moon cycle. So we're going to do this to see. I do the same reading every month. What candle do I want? We have blue, pink, red, or blue. I want blue. Okay, so I'm gonna light this. Feeling really unwell, like probably the most unwell I felt all year. And if you want to stay, cool. If you don't, that's okay. It's kind of like just pivotal for me to remember what I'm talking about because sometimes I look at the cards and like, what the fuck did I determine when I pulled that? Oh my god. Oh, there's a random card here. So, my first question is always what's coming in. I start by shuffling, I've already done that. I ask a question, then I pull some cards. And I have the Queen of Swords reversed. And then this one gave me a lot of relief. Oh, the Page of Pentacles. I want to talk about this a little bit. So, you don't see it, but on her pants she has lizards. The lizards are really significant to the King, Queen, Page, and Knight of Wands, which this is the wand. Wands is about fire. This is about your passion. This is about your creativity. This is about your spirit too. And the lizards signify resilience. You know, these cards could be associated with like a lion or a tiger or even like a stag or a ram or a falcon. But the fire, queen, king, all of them are associated with lizards to do with resilience. And okay, it's starting to make sense, but what this is about, why it's a lizard, is because it's a lizard because fire is the only element out of the four that brings light. Fire is the only element that brings warmth. The world would be dark, the world would be cold without fire. And that's 100% the truth, even if you look at the sun. That's why we have warmth and light on our planet. And there's parts of the universe and the whole galaxy we live in where there is no light. Because there is no fire. There's no stars. And those places are cold. And honestly, sometimes lifeless. But having this fire requires a lot of resilience. Because everything else is dark. And anyone who is an Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo will understand this. Like, the world is full of things trying to stamp out your flame. And most of your life is learning how to protect it and ignite it. So with this card, it kind of feels like I need to remember, this is the card of my new moon card, so that's today. I need to remember about my light, and I need to garner that flame and fan it so it's more resilient and can't just be, you know, blown out like a little candle. The Queen of Swords reversed is telling me there's boundaries that I need to set that I haven't been setting. Because I don't want to be a bitch. The Queen of Swords, we all know a woman like this. She's decisive. She's no, yes, no, yes. She sort of slices with her sword and her mind, using discernment to decide what is good and what is not good. She's very logical with her decisions. She looks at the picture and she makes clear-cut choices. And she often makes the right choice. A lot of us have mothers like this. When it's reversed, that means you're not doing what it says. You're letting people walk all over you. You're letting other people come in and decide for you what you're gonna do. And that ties in for me with this. High Priestess. All women. The High Priestess is about usually deep inner knowing and trusting something from within, trusting your intuition, trusting what's not seen, following joy from the feeling of it, and connecting to yourself. So this has been the thing I haven't been doing. And let me see a little bit here. I haven't been doing it. And I help people all the time. Like, I help people to the max, like way too much, who have done fuck all nothing to earn my help. Because I'm a kind person. And I'm exhausted now. And this internship is such a test of that, because I'm helping people for free, literally. So, and what it's doing is hindering my life to an immense degree. I'm gonna email myself all the stuff I've made for the internship so I can share it in a job interview. So, the High Priestess, I've been struggling a lot with what do I want? What do I want? In particular, because of two things. One, I have always really liked video games. Always. I've always been good at them and I've always liked them. What do I like about them? I like magic, and I like skill, and I like using magic and skill to help other people that play a video game with me. You understand? Okay. And I don't think I can find that particular satisfaction anywhere else. Like, yes, I could help people in real life with my own magic and my own skill, but it's not the same as, like, teleporting in as a magic mage and, casting fireballs and ice magic and doing all of this to protect someone from death and feeling really good and working alongside other people to work together, like, that's fucking cool. Okay, so I'm gonna stretch. Fuck. Okay. So video games are important to me. That's what I've been wondering, is like, do I just cut them out completely, or are they something that matters right now? And I think they do matter. So I need to keep them in my life, but maybe not indulge too much in them, like I have been doing. If I am going to play video games, then like moderating it. The other thing that I really enjoy that's really complicated is my sexuality. And that's been tricky too, because that's a loaded thing. My sexuality as a whole is just such a loaded thing, especially as a queer person. And there's always been like, it's full of like a lot of shame, it's full of like a lot of guilt. But my sexuality is really important to me, and I don't know how to make sense of it, because it's something I want to share with others. And so it's just like, if I have that passion inside when I'm meditating and trying to connect to my source, my connection to source, like, how do you make sense of that? As a queer person too. Because as a woman, I could make sense of it of like, I have some passion connected to my sexuality because maybe I want to be a mother, but how do you make sense of it as a queer person? It's really hard. There's something I've been learning from one of my friends named Milo, which is to do things in moderation. And maybe that's my answer. And in order to do them in moderation, I just need to figure out what is needed to fill my life with more things that are valuable, besides just overindulging in video games and my own sexuality. And balancing everything, because I can tend to be an all or nothing kind of person, and that doesn't work either. Having all of it takes up all your time. Having none of it sort of fucks you up too. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull our next card. Our next card's gonna be what's growing. What's growing? I'm gonna stand up. Okay, I'm gonna stand up and, okay, wow. That one wants to come out, but not quite. Ooh. Okay, it's just two. Okay, so we have the Devil reversed, okay, which this is a really interesting card. You can see that's supposed to be the devil. He has this guy covering his ears, and he has him like by puppet strings. Reversed. Ooh, I like that actually. Devil reversed is really positive. the Knight of Swords reversed. When I pulled this, I heard the best way to get to your dreams is slowly. And I think that ties in with the moderation thing. I think I need to set a limit, like maybe 1 hour a day for my video game playing. So what's growing? The Devil reversed is about conquering your addictions in particular. Conquering your negative self-talk too. And rising to your potential. Because, I mean, the whole ideology spiritually behind the devil is something that hinders you from your divine purpose and why you're here. And often the devil is associated with addiction, codependence, negative thinking, poisonous things that sort of hinder you achieving your purpose. The Knight of Swords also has a motorcycle and a crossbow. Okay. I'm feeling called to read the little guidebook for this because I find little pieces that I wasn't expecting. So swords should be second, third. Yeah. Got 2 court cards too. Okay. I'll move quickly to help others, and as I do, my dreams expand. Unfocused, scattered energy, impatience, acting too quickly, the need for a logical solution, feeling held back by frustrating circumstances, stalling, being hard-edged and emotionally unavailable. Okay, so kind of like chaotic energy. And that ties right in with the Queen of Swords. Okay. And the Devil, let's look at that. Okay. In the darkness, I'm free to heal everything. Release, freedom from addiction, on the cusp of a breakthrough, liberation, not wanting to see your own role in negative circumstances, realizing that you are giving your power away, feeling helpless and breaking the chain. Yeah. Ties right in for me, I think, with the video games and my my addictions. Okay, let's go ahead and look at our next card. This is the full moon card, so in about 2 weeks, I can't stand on my knees to shuffle. This is going to be what's going to require the most energy, okay? That one wants to come out. I'm just gonna shuffle again. If it comes out again, that's meant to be, but I don't like it when it doesn't come out fully. Just like semi comes out. There we go. But it was the 4 of Cups, so maybe I'll take a look at what that is. Let's see. Interesting. Do it again. It's just one card. This really wants to come out over here. We did shuffle 3 times. Okay. We've got the Tower of Destruction. Beautiful card. Butterflies in it too. Lightning. This is a card about massive change sometimes. 7 of Pentacles. This card is about seeing things grow, but what you see physically isn't a product of the work you put in yet, because the growth has all been under the surface in the roots. And then the Seven of Swords. This card is sometimes about moving quietly. Let's look at the guidebook again. Seven of Pentacles. Giving up too early, impatience, losing faith, not following through, frustration with rewards. I think I need to keep both things in my life, my sexuality and my video game, love of video games. I think they're important. I think everything else that I'm passionate about is also important. I don't have a niche. I don't have a brand. I'm a very interesting person with a lot of different interests. So, yeah, I think that's the key here. I think that's the key. I shouldn't give up on these things that I like, that I have passion about, that I just need to moderate in moderation. And I think I should keep them in my life, but just not let them be everything I'm doing. Not falling through or losing faith. Yeah. I have a tendency to give up on things. And for a couple of reasons. Like, for me, the blockage is video games are wasting my life. Or sexuality is sinful and evil. It's hard for me to make sense of how my sexuality can be good. But there's just like a passion in my soul that it's connected to that in some way. And it's hard because we're so programmed to shame our own sexuality, especially women and especially feminine people. So I think the lesson here is it's not sinful, it's not wrong. I think that's a reason why Aphrodite is the first goddess to work with me. Because it's not evil or wrong. It just is something that should be a part of your life, not all of your life. And maybe I'm here to help break other people of the shame they have around their sexuality. Because my sexuality is very authentic. It's not fake at all. I know people that are very fake. Mine is not. Okay. Yeah, that's just so tricky to me. I don't know how that makes sense. Like, I don't know. That's such a hard thing. Partly because I was raised Catholic and they hate gay people and they also hate sex. But it's hard to make sense of, like, how is that something connected to God? Alright, the Seven of Swords. This is deception or betrayal. Taking only what is needed. The universe bearing witness to true intentions. Getting away with something. Being strategic. Being grateful for the resources you have. So it's kind of a card about being strategic and being smart with how you're handling things. I do have not a lot of resources right now. I'm kind of at a really shitty point. I can't listen to that shit. But I'm kind of at a really low point and I need to be resourceful and strategic. And it says, I act from a place of love and morality. The universe witnesses my honest intentions. That's true. That is actually really perfect for what I just said about my sexuality. Like my intentions with my sexuality and video games, while unclear, are pure. I want to help people with problems and shame and overindulgence and issues that I've had with my own sexuality and my own love of video games, and help them as well. That's pure. And I don't think it's like one of those opportunity, like AAA, what is that called? Alcohol, like abstinence or whatever, like the people who are sober completely. I don't know if it's that. Maybe I could learn a lot from people like that, but I think it's in moderation. Because the thing is, sexuality is not alcohol. Video games are not alcohol. Video games can be really positive, extremely positive. And they don't destroy your body. Sexuality can be very positive, and it doesn't destroy your body. So they're different. They can be classified like addictive, but they're different. The Tower of Destruction reversed. In chaos, I move towards the brightest light. Life becoming stale, refusing to change, fear of the unknown, avoiding the disaster. Okay. There might be a part of me that's afraid of my sexuality because I fear unacceptance. I fear being unacceptable and seen as evil and wicked because of my sexuality. It's just really interesting. It's really interesting to think about. And so I'm afraid of the unknown. I'm afraid of following my passions, because some of them are really positive and some of them are considered unacceptable. And I've never understood this, like why it's considered shameful to own your sexuality. You can have standards still, right? You can have standards for the people that get access to your body. You can have standards for yourself. But considering your sexuality shameful, especially women, especially queer people, like, why? It never clicks for me. People are like, oh, don't be open about your sexuality. Hide it behind closed doors. And we ask women to do that too. Why? Really? Maybe I need to become a sex therapist and talk to the world. Maybe. But I think following this excitement for my sexuality is important. Maybe I could even talk to, I know a sex therapist. I don't know if he's a sex therapist, but he is a therapist. And he's very open about his sexuality, so it might be worthwhile to talk to him about this. What's his name? Justin. Yeah. All right. Yeah, a lot of shame. And the thing is, like, my life gets fucked up when I fall into the trap of believing that shame, you know? Let's look at what's leaving. I just got an important text, so I gotta go soon. But let's look at what's leaving. Ooh. Fuck yeah! Oh. I want to pull the top card. Ooh. And justice. Oh my fucking god. The Hermione card, reversed. Oh my god. This means school is over, which it is. What that's going to open up for me is profit, money. I can finally get fucking financially stable. I can finally stop fucking suffering. And I can finally get what I fucking deserve, which is justice. I'm pretty sure that's pretty self-explanatory. Justice is a great card. Law, natural, balance, karma, truth, wisdom. My good karma is loving and can be the most motivating of teachers. What is the heart of the matter? This is the very end of the month, so like the 20th of August. I don't want all these cards. Ooh. No. Can we just like, hang on. What's the heart of the matter this month? Okay, there's two. And this is on the bottom again. That came out again. And that came out again. It's all the same fucking cards. Wow. Okay, the heart of the matter is I need to set energetic boundaries with people. I decide I need to stop helping people and start being unafraid of being a bitch. Because I need to take care of myself first. The heart of the matter is I'm miserable right now. And I'm just kind of enduring the misery. Right? Burdens, the burden card. I'm just sort of bearing all these burdens, bearing all this misery, and letting other people have access to me, which is kind of warping my inner child. So the heart of the matter is I need to set fucking boundaries. If people think I'm a wicked, evil person for being gay, those people should not be in my life. And maybe the only person who thinks I'm wicked and evil is myself. You know? And I just need to clear that up. So, anyways, I love you. Thanks for listening. And I'm gonna go. I gotta go pick something up. Yep, there's a protection rune even on this girl's arm right here. So, yeah. And Seven of Wands. I mean, wands sometimes are assimilated and associated with dicks. And so it's like, just because you're in your sexuality as a woman doesn't mean every man gets access to you. You get to say, fuck no, right? That's how it works. There's one egg and 1,000,000 different sperms, and the egg actually decides which sperm gets to unite. It's not the fastest sperm. People think it's that, it's not. Scientifically, it's about, the egg is there. There's a bunch of different sperms on the outside. And the egg is the one that decides which one gets access. So that's what I need to do. I need to do that and release shame and my burdens, which I can tap into right now. Like, I can just release my shame and release my burdens now. I don't have to endure. I don't have to be crazy. I can just let that shit go, 3333 on the clock. Like, why am I waiting till August 7th to release my burdens when I can energetically do that now? It just requires a little bit of, what does it require? Like, stepping away from video games, overindulgence, and getting my life together, which I'm going to stop complaining too. I don't like complaining. So anyways, thanks for watching. This is for me, so I'll watch this video back again, and I'm going to step back to my dreams, even though I was in the hole for like 2 months. Bye.